Hey y'all, welcome back to the Rad City Design Studio. I'm Mary, and today we're diving into a super fun and creative DIY project, custom decorative paper clips. If you're a planner girl like me, or you just love adding unique touches to your stationery, you're going to love this project. Plus, these paper clips make for fantastic products to sell on Etsy or at your next craft market, so you can really stand out from the crowd. If you enjoy creative DIY projects, resin crafts, and unique handmade jewelry, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe so you never miss a new tutorial. Let's get started. I recently came across this beautiful metal flower pendant that I had in my stash, but I never quite knew what to do with it. So instead of letting it sit there and just maybe trying to glue it onto like a hair clip or something, I decided to take it apart and transform it into something totally unique. Gorgeous handmade planner paper clips. Now, I started by laying each of the metal stampings down on my silicone pad, and since the flowers had open centers, I decided that I was going to fill those centers with a bit of UV resin. So once they were on the silicone pad, I put a drop of resin directly in the center. This step is super important because it's going to seal the base and prevent any resin from leaking later on. I cured it under my UV lamp for a full 2 minutes to make sure that it was rock solid. For the black flower, I wanted to add a little sparkle, so I applied a thin layer of resin in the center and carefully placed a ring of iridescent rhinestones right there as a focal point. Now, these gems will catch the light really beautifully and add a touch of glam. For the second flower, I went for a more vintage-inspired sort of steampunk look by adding a brass spacer bead right in the middle. And I originally wanted to create like a blue patina effect, but I didn't have any ammonia on hand, and also I wasn't totally sure what kind of metal this was. So instead, I just dusted the flower with some chameleon powder, which gave it a really gorgeous, subtle blue shimmer. To lock in the effect, I sealed everything in with a layer of UV top coat nail polish. Now, pro tip, if you use nail polish on your resin projects, definitely keep a separate bottle just for crafting because you don't want to accidentally cause an allergic reaction to your fingertips. For these last two stampings, I paired them together using UV resin and topped the center with a rhinestone disc. Mixing metals always creates a really cool, eye-catching effect, and I really love how these turned out. So once all my embellishments and colorings were in place, it was time to turn these beauties into functional paper clips. So I flipped each piece over and used a dab of UV resin to attach the paper clip. Another pro tip, definitely use metal paper clips because they're gonna stay in place much better than coated or rubberized clips. So keep that in mind when you're selecting your supplies. Now, to reinforce the bond and make sure that these clips can handle being tossed into a planner, a laptop bag, a stationery kit, I made sure that I cured that first layer of resin, and then I added a second coat to fully seal the attachment. I also made sure that I left this very smooth, so if I decide to top it with like paint or something to kind of hide the paper clip, then it's going to be nice and smooth. Now here's a bonus idea. Another great way to make custom paper clips is by using leftover charms or small resin embellishments. I always make extra when working on projects, and I keep them in a little bin. I've got tons of like little plastic shoe boxes full of them. So I grabbed a handful of these pre-made pieces, and I used the same method to attach the paper clip with the UV resin and made sure once again that they were cured very thoroughly. This is such a fun and easy way to give new life to old crafting leftovers. And here they are, my custom handmade planner paper clips. They turned out so cute. I honestly can't pick a favorite because they each have their own unique charm and style. And whether you love elegant florals, vintage steampunk, or just some sparkly bling, you can really customize these to fit your aesthetic. This is such a fun and simple DIY. It's perfect for the planner lovers, the scrapbookers, the students, or anyone who wants to add a little bit of personality to their stationery. Plus, they'll be a huge hit at your next craft fair. If you had fun following along today, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment below. Tell me which one of these is your favorite. And if you try the project, be sure to tag me on social media so I can see your creation. Go make something awesome today, and as always, stay rad. If you enjoyed that tutorial, check out my resin tutorial playlist.